Hello everyone. In this video, we will look at how speakers could record different kinds of things on Atekho. We'll start with looking at how to record for building a dictionary, for example. The first step is obviously to sign up for an account on Atekho. If the speakers don't have, they could just go to the sign up page and fill up the details. Most of the details are rather banal, so this could be filled up, and then you can go ahead and log in using the credentials that you have just created. Once you are logged in, then you should be able to see the projects that has been assigned to you. For this video, we are going to take a look at a project that has been already created for building a lexicon of Lombardy. As you'll see the project, you will also see one specific task that has been created for this project. You could just simply click on the task and you can go ahead and take a look at the questions that has been given in the task. So as you could see, for collecting a dictionary, so you have one word here and you have some instructions. So the instruction says that please give the lexical equivalent, which means a single word meaning of the given word in Lombardy along with other information. If the equivalent does not exist in Lombardy, then you can skip the word. Alright, so let's take a look at this. What are the different information that has been asked from you? So as you see that there's quite a bit of information that the speakers are required to record in this. Now let's start one by one. So for example, now you start meaning. So meaning here means recording the meaning in your language, in Lombardy. For example, this project is for Lombardy, so you'll just go to the record button, allow, and then you start recording the meaning. Once your recording is done, click on this. You can listen to this, right? And you can then go ahead and save it. Once you save it, then you'll see that you have now other options as well to add. So you can go ahead and add. So if as you click on any one of those, so definition is a longer meaning, so you can then go ahead and record the definition. You can click on example, you can record the example, you can record the translation of the example. Now example is in your language Lombardy, so the translation will be in English or in any other regional language that the speaker knows. Once you come to picture, you will have a different option. So you have an option to click on a camera. The camera opens and allows you to click a picture, or if you are on your mobile phone, you can also upload a picture from your gallery. You can also record additional info. Once you are done with all of this, any of this, so for example, you go ahead and record an example, something like, I often work late at night, as an example sentence. You save it. Now you'll see that you have an option to also add another. Now there are a couple of things there to note. So there is a vertical scroll in this that allows you to move through the different elements that you have recorded. For example, your meaning, this is 1.1. If you scroll down, you will see example. Scroll down or scroll up depending on how you have recorded. So you'll see that this is the third thing, the example that you recorded. You skipped definition and we skipped a lot of other things. Alright, now this is how you could navigate through it. And if you have multiple meanings for the same word, if you could record multiple words for the same given word, then you can add another, and this will start all over again from the beginning. So you can record your meaning basically here, and once done, you save it. Now you'll see that now you see a 2.1 here, right? the second meaning, second entry that you have recorded. You can now browse through different sets of meaning horizontally using these arrows, the arrows on the side. So if you click on this, you'll see that the 1.1 meaning is here, and other things related to that entry is right here, right? You can click on this, and if you click on the right arrow, you will come to the second meaning. You have already recorded a meaning, so you will not have anything else to scroll through. So this is how you record. Of course, you could once you have saved, then also you could re-record using this this button. So if you click on this button, it will allow you to the whole thing and re-record, and you can save it. Now your entry is updated. Once you have finished recording all of the meanings and definitions and everything, you can move to the next question by clicking on this arrow on your right or left. So you can go to the previous or to the next word by clicking on that arrow. So it might take a little bit to load the next question depending on your internet speed, but once it's loaded, you will have the similar options for that word as well. Now for example, if you don't want to do this, you want to completely skip this, then you click on the arrow again and it will take you to the next entry in the question. For the next entry, you can obviously choose to record or choose to skip. Now once you're done with all the recordings, then you come to the overview page. Now you have two options here. So overview page, you can change your task. So for this specific project, there were two tasks. So you can select the second task, which is RWC collection, very similar to IDC collection that we just did, but there is a bit of a difference here. Once you have selected the task, then you come to the recording tab again, and then you'll see this new set of questions related to the RWC. Now the RWC task is a little bit different so than the IDC. There you had only one word which you had to translate. Now here you see what does it say. It says use these questions to activate a semantic field and let related words in Lombardy emerge naturally. Add as many different related words as you can recall. Now you see that there is a semantic domain given here, right? So a broad set of items that are related. So it says that what words are used in your language to talk about different kinds of land and places such as hills, flatland, forests, caves, valleys, or unstable ground. Now you could have a lot of words that relate to this, or you could have very little words that relate to this in your language. So for example, for this project, it has been set up in such a way that you will need to record at least 10 words, 10 to 12 words for each domain. So you'll have to think of 10 to 12 words related to all of those different kinds of land and places that you use in your in the language, and then keep on recording all of those words. Now the interface is very similar to what we see, so the same kind of information that's needed here, and as you record one, you will have an option to add more words. So you can either record all the words in one go by clicking on add another, then come back to record their meaning and sentences, or you could complete one entry, full entry. That's what we recommend, that you complete full entry and then you go to the next word to record this. Once all the recording is done across all the tasks, then you have this push to cloud button. You click on this. As you click on this, it will, if you have new responses to upload, then it will show that you have new responses to upload for this specific task. You can upload those responses. All the responses without pushing to the cloud are stored on your local system, so make sure that you push those responses to the cloud. So we didn't record anything for RWC, so there was no response for that, but you have 3 responses for IDS collection, so that has been pushed to the server now. So it's now stored in the cloud. Now remember that when your speaker creates an account, they do not have access to these projects by default. You will have to share the project with them. So in order to share the project, you will need to use the share button, and whatever user is registered, so you will need to know their username in order to share this. So for example, something like you'll see that it will suggest the usernames, right? So you can select any username, and you just select the task. You can select all the tasks, and for this project specifically, you can select all the tasks and then hit share. So that's it. Once you hit share, then your speakers will be able to see this task in the dashboard, and you can then possibly give this give these instructions on how to record and how to store in the cloud. There are a couple of other buttons as well. So for example, this download button is for downloading the recordings from their local system, and etc. Some of these buttons will not be visible to the speakers or to you, to anyone else who has not created the project. So not to worry about that. The relevant buttons are the share button, the push to cloud button. So those two buttons are the most relevant ones for this project. Okay, now I'll briefly show you one more task that could be done in this. So till we just did the lexicon task, now we'll do a translation task. You'll see the translation task for example, Lahirani is set up here, and we have again couple of tasks. So Irani project is there, English to Irani translation project. We have a couple of tasks that needs to be completed. As you activate the project, you will get one task by default. You click on the task, and that will bring you to the UI for completing the task. As the questions load, you will see that this specific task has less number of items to record. So you have the speakers are only required to record translation here. So you can click on record the translation, and that's it, you're done. You save it, and as you save it, you'll see that there's an option to add another translation. So this one also has an option to add another translation in case the sentence has two meanings, or a speaker has managed to figure that there are two meanings. Then you add another translation, and you're done. Everything else remains same as we have discussed earlier. So you have to push it to the cloud using the same interface. You can change the task here and go to the other task. So you can go to translating another set of questions here, and also if you look at this, you'll see that the instruction is different. So record the translation of the given sentence in Irani. So but everything else more or less remains same as we discussed for the lexicon task. Now one last task that you are doing, and that we'll discuss, is that of recording folklore. So as you'll see, the project and the question is set up, everything, the UI remains same, and you get a task, and the as you load the task, you will get the questions there. In this case, the question is slight again. So the question is different, set of responses is different. So you have the instruction says this: please record one or more folk tales as per the given instruction, and also record its summary in English or a common language. So we go through that instruction. You go ahead, and so you'll see that you can record a folk tale, you can record its summary, and you will record the folk tale. You will also get an option to add another folk tale. So everything else as usual. So you just record the folktale, record the summary. Everything else remains same as for the other task. So basically, broadly the UI of the app is same. What changes is the question and the kind of response that you're looking to get. So in all of these tasks that we showed, we are getting looking to get audio responses from the speakers. In just one instance, we also looked at how to get the images as a response. So you could similarly set up the task to get the other kinds of responses, such as text and video, and accordingly the UI will give you an option to give those kinds of responses. That's it for now, for Atekho. Thank you.